Hi, everybody. It's me. I know everybody is super overwhelmed. Don't worry, me too. So we'll get through this together. I'm in clinic today, and of course, I never go anywhere without the ability to communicate. So here we are. I'm in clinic, and fortunately, I have a few minutes to go before the next patient steps in. So I thought that I would go over some of the questions that I've been getting from you. There's nothing worse than feeling so confused and unsure what you're supposed to do. And so let's look at it. This is my dashboard. So I'm looking at, now I'm teaching two courses of advanced patho. So I've got 673158 and 673159. The content is the same, they're set up similarly. But I'm going to open it up and show you what we've got for groups and how to get there and such. So if you go over to people, and your view may be different than my view. So let's see. I've got week 1 discussion. So here are the groups. Week 1 discussion 1. Week 1 discussion 2. Week 1 discussion 3. And I may have confused people. I'm not sure. So by the way I made them. Now remember, week 1 and week 2, you're going to be in the same group. And I don't see a leader set up. So automatically assign a group leader, and it's random. So somebody's getting assigned as the leader, so we'll see who that is. So that's week 1 and week 2. These are your groups. And I don't know who the leader is because normally it says who the leader is here. So if you're leader, please send me an email. Let me know. If there's no leader, let me know and I'll assign somebody. So this is 158. Now I'm going to switch courses. I'm going to go into 159. And here's 159. I'm going to go into people. And as I was setting it up, I decided to do it a little differently in this one once we move forward. So week 1 and 2 is the same. So here's discussion week 1. And here's the groups. Discussion week 1, group 1. Discussion week 1, group 2. And discussion week 1, group 3. Okay, so that's how that is. And then when I was doing this, I said, you know what? I should do it like it is written. So after that, for groups 3 and 4, it's the same like this. Let's see. So if I go visit the group homepage, I don't want you messing with the group homepage. That's too confusing. I tried it in one of my other courses, and it was too confusing. So we won't go there. So that's how you can see what group you're in. Now let's look at the content that we're going to be going over. I'm going to go into week 1. Oh, and there were some questions about information about me. If you click on to faculty info, there you go. So that's a little bit about me and how you can get in touch with me, okay? So let's go into modules. It's moving a little slow because I'm using the hotspot on my phone. And let's go into the class introduction forum. That should be, everybody should feel comfortable with that because just tell me a little bit about yourself. That's all. So here we go for this first group case study. And this is my first time working with these video cases. So I think it probably could have been, I'm sure whoever wrote this, it makes perfect sense to them. But when I was reading it, I was like, it doesn't make perfect sense to me. So I'm right there with you guys. So here we have group 1, 2, and 3, your case studies. For week 1, it's 504, 761, and 801. For week 2, it's 391, 121, and 385. Okay? And so then let's go down here. In the subject line of each group post, indicate your video case study number and the stage of the diagnostic and treatment process for which you are submitting a post. Okay. Include every group member's name in any post. All right, so beginning week 1, Monday, but we're not doing it on Monday. We're doing it differently because of the holiday. Group members work collaboratively to create a list of subjective and objective information relevant to their differential diagnoses with rationale for each diagnosis made. Group posts a collective differential diagnosis including subjective and objective information from the patient video and the assessment data. Additional labs, diagnostic testing, the group would order if this was their patient. Differential diagnosis with a rationale for each potential diagnosis is due, and that's going to be due later the week. All right, so in this case discussion forum, group members will post their diagnostic process for their assigned video case. The diagnostic process begins with gathering important information about the patient, both subjective and objective, starting the differential diagnosis process, and concludes with a prepared treatment plan. Please contact for any technical assistance, blah. So the schedule outlined below will be followed for completing the video case studies, and that's pretty much what we talked about. 2. Thursday morning, the healthcare provider's differential diagnosis is revealed for each group's video. Group will compare their differential diagnosis with that of healthcare provider. Discussing discrepancies. Work groups collaboratively to prepare final diagnosis in the case, including the rationale for the diagnosis. Submit the diagnosis with rationale by Sunday. Okay. So just go through this step by step to make sure that you get everything posted. And this is where you're going to post it right here. And I'll write in here. Week 1. Case. Okay. So, really, I think getting through this first one is going to be the most difficult, and you have to work together as a team to do this. This is something that you are going to have to collaboratively find a way where you can communicate with each other. Whether you can do it on Skype or some other venue, and you're going to have to work together to get this done. And you'll make it. You'll get it through, and we'll get through this first week. And after the first week, you'll find that you're feeling much better about subsequent treatments. Okay? And let's look at this discussion forum rubric. I've always found that looking at the rubric is a great help. So let's see. Okay. So in the rubric pretty much tells you what the expectations are for the treatment plan. So you guys are going to have to work together, and I don't know if you want one person to be a scribe while while one person is responsible for putting it all together. However you work it out is fine with me. Your groups are large enough so that this should not be overly taxing for anybody. I have to tell you, I'm not a super huge fan of group projects. It seems as though when I was in my graduate program, whenever I had a group project, I'm the one who ended up doing the bulk of the work, and I don't want to see that happening here. So group leaders are instructed to contact me if there are members of the group that are not carrying their workload because there's nothing worse than that. Okay. So essentially, what you're going to end up doing at the end, after you do all this collaboration and figure out all of this objective and subjective data, you're doing a soap note on your patient. And so ultimately, at the end of the day, you are going to be formulating subjective, objective, and then your action plan and your action and plan. So assessment and plan. So essentially, that's what you're going to end up doing. But we'll work together. The first week's going to be hard, but you'll get through this. Stay positive, and please contact me if there's anything that you can do. If you want to have chat sessions, we can do that. I'm in clinic today. I have some, because I'm in my doctorate program too, so I work in the clinic. So, but any time that I can provide to you, super. If you want to have me take a look at stuff so I can see if you're on the right track, go right ahead. But I have to tell you, I think it would be best for you to post what you've got on that discussion board, and then everybody can see and learn. So I'm not going to be, this first week, I'm not going to be super critical. So I don't want you to worry so much. Oh my gosh, I'm going to fail this first week. I expect this to be a process where you get better at what you're doing weekly. I don't expect magic today. I don't expect magic by Sunday. But I'm going to expect magic by week 8. Okay? So we'll work together to get it through and just hang in there. Okay? And I've got to go see my patient.